or eat fruit and mind your business.
Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good night. I'm your girl Kay.
And I'm Natasha Renee.
And welcome to another week's episode of Eat Fruit Pod EFP. And we are your EFP family. And I'm excited, guys. Would this be like the second last episode of the year? Or this?
Yes, yeah. It is.
Boy, and yes. what a year it has been, Natasha.
Yes, I'm so ready for 2021 to be over.
Listen,
if
there's ever a track that I will be rapping in 2022 is Jay-Z 22s. You go through that. It's the only year where I feel like you can get away because it has 3 twos. And then that Jay-Z song has the 22 twos and it's the whole thing. So yeah, that's for my hip hop fans out there. And, of course, Ricky Ross, my guy. She room 222. I'm such a loser, but how was your week, girl?
Great week. Not happy to be back in this cold weather. I wish I was in Florida right now, but great week. Wrapping up everything for the holiday this week, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this week.
Like this weekend. It's been so long.
This weekend, yeah. So
since there's been a
trying
holiday,
to make sure I have everything.
Girl.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
Girl. It doesn't. That's why, even today, shared a tweet on the blog, and it was like, this December isn't quite Decembering like the other December's Decembered. And I was like, I totally get it. Yeah.
It's not. It's not. It's definitely not.
Right.
I'm excited about the holiday. Yeah.
That's exciting. I love your tree in the background. It's giving all the vibes.
Yes. Ready for it. It will be up probably January too.
No, I remember one year there was this man that made the news. He kept his Christmas decorations up even into July. And the city had to come
change the background. Oh no, what?
No, the city came and was like, my boy, you gotta get this down. You're bringing down the market value. The rest of this neighborhood now. You gotta get together. I was like, God damn.
You gotta shut it down.
I know that wouldn't be me. Even if I was gonna take it down, now that you asked, because y'all don't pay my mortgage. But I remember that being a thing.
Well, let me keep this up for another year.
Right? Oh man. But yeah, I was tired of you bragging on me. I was totally hating that you're in warm weather and I was over here freezing in snow and rain and all these things. So
well, Orlando, I will be back in January. But as of for now, it's 30 degrees out here and I wasn't ready. How was your weekend though?
Right. So what are we doing? My week?
Yeah.
My week was good. I feel like as you said, we're prepping around, everyone's going around right now, trying to get everything organized for this weekend. You have for me, I have love in so many different places. So it's so many different households will link to be you coming. Gotta make sure you come in. And I'm just trying to get all my Tupperware containers together because what a bitch is not going to do is cook when she comes back home after this weekend. What do you need me to bring? More Tupperware? Got it.
No.
Got it. I got one set aside just for the pie alone, the macaroni pies, Then we can get into our meats, which is your least favorite. Shout out to our vegans out there, though.
Yes, some good baked macaroni and cheese. Yes.
Right. So, other than that, the week has been good. I'm feeling much better than last week.
That's good.
And just a real point of I'm always in the state of reflection, but just really being, as I said, more and more thankful. We were just speaking earlier and I was just holy shit, I can't believe we've really been together and working on everything for so long, because I know for everyone, it kind of felt Killa left and then you just came and I was no, we were working.
No, we've been behind the scenes
working, right? So everything just happens in God's time, and I don't take that for granted. So thank you, Natasha, for being a part of my life and
I'm
coming at a
thankful for
time.
you also. So, I am
Aww.
thankful.
Everyone at home.
The gift of
Aww.
K.
Right? So now that we got all that mushy shit out the way, girl.
Eat fruit and mind your business.
Thank you guys as well for all your support last week. Killing me in the comments, killing me in the DMs because y'all are scared to let your true opinions out in public. But sorry, I'll take it. I'll respect y'all privacy. I'll read it and chuckle to myself like I do at the nighttime on the Twitter feed. But I want to remind you guys, make sure you're following our girl Natasha at Natasha the Creator. Make sure you're following us at Eat Fruit Podcast and comment. Let us know what you think. I know on Spotify now a new feature. So not only on Apple Podcasts were you able to like review and let us know what you think, but as well on Spotify now you can hit that star rating. Make sure it's a 5 because you know what it is over here. And let us know what you think.
Eat fruit and mind your business.
Now it's time for some fruit salad. Girl, I am sick and tired of starting this way, but I'm never not going to give respect to the people we've lost. So
yeah,
rest in peace to Drakeo the Ruler. Unfortunately, he passed away at an event once upon a time in LA, and all the stuff can be said around, going around, whatever. All I know is once again, a young Black man has died. It's something that didn't have to go that route. He really pulled up for an event to work. He wasn't there on no Ray. So rest in peace to you, King.
Yeah. Again, starting off, hopefully we have one podcast where we are celebrating and not, but yeah, definitely I'm praying for you and your family because it's tragic.
It literally is.
Yeah, it's sad. It definitely is sad, and it's consistent conversation. So like I always say, like, just if we can just make peace, please let us all just make peace.
Fact. I agree with that. And I was introduced to his music because I do have XM radio in my car. So listening to 42 Sound radio with Drake, that is honestly where I started seeing like Drake. And I was like, oh, there's other people. Like I didn't even know that was a thing of people like taking on parts of Drake's name and like making further stage names. But either way, that young gentleman, he rough, tough, whatever, had a lot of tattoos, whatever judgments people want to make, but he gave off a very sweet spirit. His music was beautiful, and clearly you could see the impact that he had on his fellow people. I just wish that he got to see this love like now and not alive. But prayers to all of the family and friends and fans that are affected by this. A lot of celebrities, the whole rollout comes when someone passes away, whether real or fake. You have all these celebrities kind of like coming out and commenting on stuff. I do value Wiz Khalifa's tweet though, where he was kind of just asking for us or less. Well, let me not paraphrase the man's words and say exactly what he said, right? So Wiz Khalifa, and he didn't say this is in direct response to Drakeo the Ruler passing away, but it literally like was back to back. So he said, as entertainers, let's try some shit next year. Minding our own business, not disrespecting each other's family, dead homies, or area they come from. Stop using someone else's significant other as a one-up to the other person, actually showing the same love you expect to get.
Facts.
That part. So I co-sign that. I don't see it happening, to be very honest, but I really do hope with more and more Black men realizing the importance of their families and we're building wealth and all this stuff around us, that they will really understand that like it's not worth it.
It's definitely not. It's not.
1000%. And moving forward with more sad news, but it was beautiful at the same time they did have a private celebration for Young Dolph, but I think there was also a public
Mhm.
Young Dolph life celebration of life. That was, I caught it on Revolt TV network.
Yes.
It was live streamed there, and such a beautiful service. Kiki Wyatt performed, some other people performed. And time again, I'm a fan of Dolph, for real, but you really just see how he was really respected. And all those interviews he did where he's like, they gonna see, they know, like,
Yeah.
not that I wanted to see the day that he passed away, for like everything he said, it was that and even more. He downplayed so much, it was even more. So his partner and children spoke at the ceremony, and heartbreaking, but strength in it as well. You know, I really like to take in what's happening in and around people, like when someone passes away, or maybe like their last words or thing they said, or I'm weird like that, but just to, I guess it's my type of way of getting closure. And, you know, his wife spoke, which I expected her to, and I can only imagine what she's going through right now. So really praying for her strength. But each of his children, both his son and his daughter, both spoke at the service as well, eloquently. The son literally had me like in tears, ball. Like by that point, like I was keeping it together when the wife was talking, but like by the time the son had the mic, I was just bawling. There was no holding it back. And just for trigger warning, I won't, like, even though he said nothing like bad, I won't play it for you guys, but you guys are welcome to. It's out there. But he's like, you know, you could tell Dolph spent time with his family. You could tell that he spent one-on-one time with his son and gave him like that game or those words where like it's just a groundedness that I seen around his son that I can't really like explain, but it gave me a sense of comfort, and I don't even like know them.
No, I understand. Like, you know, he gave him the word, you know, basically raised his child.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
His father. Yes.
Facts. So like his son would have said something along the lines of like, I'm gonna be a real man like my dad was. And then at the end, he was like, on the count of 3, everybody say Dolph. And I was like, Dolph.
Yes.
So it was so beautiful. And his daughter, of course, I'm already melting. But I'm happy to know that Dolph made such a solidified relationship in each of them. That, like, they really got each other. And then on top of them having each other, you can see all of the Paper Route, which is the name of Dolph's label, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like they all have their back. Like that family will want me for nothing. And then the state is behind them, and the city.
The support.
So it's just so beautiful when you really, like, once again, you know, getting into morbid thoughts when I leave this earth, even though people sometimes it may feel like they don't fully appreciate it much now. I know when I'm gone, people have continuous hours of motivational videos with real people, including yourself. You're one of the guests. Real conversations showing us that we can go for whatever we want our life regardless. And similar to Beyonce, I was here. Like, that's the type of shit that matters to me.
Yeah, definitely impacting lives. And like you said, that's what's important to me. If I know that I've helped, and like him, we see the work that he's done, and a lot of people don't realize the work that he's done because he is a rapper, but seeing, like you said, the state, the city, his record company, all these people behind this man that has done great things. And it's sad and tragic that we had to lose him the way that he did, and he couldn't do more. So no, definitely, you know, impact is very important. It really is very important. And just seeing what he's done is such a great thing. And it's so sad that we had to lose him at such a young age.
And there's a lot, of course, as well going on social media. But as I said, I'm not getting into all your hood shit. Like, what I know is that a father is now gone, a husband is now gone. So that's where that part of the story ends for me. As for all this young Black youngster shit, all this shit out here, y'all can have that.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Not at all. Let's get into something more fun because we really started this episode on a but rest in peace to all kings again. You know, I seen this before I completely move on. I seen this photo on Twitter and for Drakeo The Ruler, and it was a DM exchange between Nipsey Hussle and I guess like his team, and they said that, I don't know how true it is, but sharing what I saw, and it said that Nipsey Hussle was the only rapper to have offered for Drakeo The Ruler's bail when he was incarcerated.
Wow.
And like, I'm like, that's a real nigga. See what I'm saying? Like, certain energies align. You just gotta watch that in the industry and notice where the energies don't align and take the cues from that. Like, yeah, because even though some of these artists can be your favorite artists, they're not really thorough or like certified people out here. So you gotta really look at the ones that are certified and be like, who are they around? That you kind of understand who else in the industry is actually certified. That's true.
It's definitely the circle and the company that you keep.
Yeah. And people sometimes be misconstruing job title with certified, two different things.
Nope.
Two different things, right? But let's get into something a little bit more fun. Your girl's been watching TV, per usual.
Yes.
Per usual. But let me tell you something about Selling Tampa, baby.
I heard it was good. I've heard so much. So you have to dish and let me know because I've heard that this is a really good show.
Get started. So I can get into all of the drama with you, okay? From Colony to Anne to Joanna, okay? Listen. Listen, Selling Tampa is the shit. I love it. And I'm going to be transparent and saying I did not start Selling Sunset. Seeing it there, I was like, actually about to get started in it. And then when I went on Netflix, I seen Selling Tampa. And then the trailer just started and it was like a whole bunch of melanated queens looking.
Eat fruit and mind.
Yes. And I had to be like, well, naturally, I'm going to start. As long as it's not a continuation of seasons, we're just going to start with the Black people, all right? So it was like wardrobe placing, normalizing Black luxury. I love the fact that even the buyers, not only like are they emphasized, I didn't even realize that it was Ocho Cinco's girlfriend that's like the head.
Okay.
Yes, so Sherelle, she is the owner of the Black-owned boutique realty company. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm trying to be fancy. Allure Realty, okay? And it's in Tampa, and I'm not trying to give it away because I really want you to watch, but it's like literally Black owned. The people, most of the buyers are people that I see or who they say are their sellers or whatever, they're also Black. You know what I mean?
Okay.
These girls are selling like $10 million, $6 million properties. I'm like, yes, like I love it all. I love what it represents. I love seeing the different sides of Blackness that we always try to explain to the outside world. Like there's different types of Black
and they
people.
Don't see it. Yes.
Well, here you are. I loved, did I say wardrobe? Because I just love some good wardrobe.
Yes.
Every edge, every twirl, every weft, like everything was everything. Like I just love seeing Black women put themselves together. It just like literally gets me so happy.
No, it's when I always say Black girls do make magic. So
they do. And there's just a certain way. Canada, the women up here don't really get it. Very few. That's why the ones that just do it, which would be normal practice in like the States or the Caribbean, people are always just so amazed. But for myself, because I know going back and forth, the way you guys and Caribbean people, they put themselves together when they're leaving the house, it's just, yes, And when you look at Selling Tampa, you're like, yes.
Yes.
Everything, every shade, every concealer, everything. So yeah, it was Black luxury all around. Lots of drama, the right amount. We're dealing with big numbers here. It's a great time. So get your wine together and get into it.
So I'm ready for it. I will be binging probably as soon as we get
Please,
off.
because I need to vent to you about this, and it's killing me that I can't talk to you about this right now.
Yeah, my sister watches it, so I'm definitely gonna binge as soon as
well,
we
let
get
your
off.
sister let us know what she thinks too. I'm curious to know like what everyone kind of thinks about it, because I'm like obsessed.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing I will say, since I can't really talk about the show, is Sherelle is literally like such an amazing boss. And I love that. Especially coming from a corporate setting when they always try, you know, oh, the Black woman is aggressive instead of like passionate. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I really love Sherelle, her style of managing. She just dealt with, it's reality TV, but at the same time, she's running a company. And bitches tried her. Bitches tried her, okay? At the worst of times. Like, sometimes I'm like, girl, really? At the work dinner? This is when you want to come
God.
This is when you want to come tell her that, like, girl, you need to get in this.
I'm definitely in. Because, I love those scenes on reality TV when they be at dinner and then somebody say something.
Girl, I'm at the TV, like, I'm there at the dinner table. So, no, it was a great time. Love the representation. Moving forward, 20s had their finale for season 2. So, I've been raving about it. I watched it. I love 20s. It's grown on me. And it got me a bit emotional this last episode. But I want to know, have you been able to catch any of 20s, or like, what do you think about it?
No. What is Lena? What is
Lena Waithe, Natasha. Lena Waithe.
Lena Waithe.
Lena Waithe.
The voice of AT&T. That's who I know who she is, because she does the voiceover. I have a love and hate relationship
with her.
Yes, believe me, I know her voice. Anyway, look, I know her voice.
Okay.
I have a love and hate relationship with her. If I watch it, it will be more of me analyzing the show to see, because her writing style, I like Shy, so I will put that out there. I like Shy, but the way she writes, I don't like the way she writes. And I say this when it comes to, I know 20s is more women in the show, right?
Yes.
It's some
it's all
men,
inclusive.
Yeah, but the way she writes men into the shows, pay attention to the way she writes men into the shows. And so I think that's,
how do you feel like she writes men? Because this could be interesting maybe to what has happened in the character development.
The masculinity of a man that she usually writes, and like even with the Shy, because we can talk about that. There is no spoil. Look, you should be watching the Shy by now. Even with the main character, he's that strong character. But if you realize when Candy came in, his wife, she kind of dominated everything. If you know what I'm saying? So you don't see a dominant Black man in her characters. So that's where my issue is with her.
I can't say but that would be kind of what people, I guess, have issues. Well, some of the issues they have with Tyler Perry's writing, right? Where they kind of feel like how he writes women or portrays them. But yeah, because now that I think about it.
And it's not the women. That's the thing. I have no problem with the way she writes. But that's when, for example, me as a writer, I know that if I were to ever write a series, I have to have a man or a couple of men in there, because I'm not a man to write a man in. And I know that she's only writing based off of how she writes, just like Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry writes based off of the way his, childhood or however, what he knows. And I've never, and if I'm wrong, please let me know if I'm wrong, but I've never seen a dominant male, even in Queen and Slim. The dominant man was basically a pimp. You know what I'm saying? So you don't see that like dominant, strong Black man character in her in her writing. And so that's where I kind of go back and forth with a lot of her stuff. I
feel like that's partially what I like have been like. It's weird that you say that because I'm noticing, okay, some of those stuff with some of her characters, but then at the same time, that's what like I appreciated 20s for. Because I felt like even in this season, which I'm now realizing it was actually a part of her true story, which I didn't know, that literally she gives me, as someone that is straight, I don't know all my terms, but I know that I'm straight, female, she, her, okay, she has allowed me to learn like a lot. And I feel like the Black version of even whatever that, not whatever that is, or what that is, like, for example,
and what it looks like.
Yeah, for example, or things that people could go through. Like, for example, one of the couples in there, which would be Hattie, one of Hattie's like best friends in the show, she is engaged to a dude. The dude is battling with his sexuality because pretty much he is like, I guess, just trying to figure out if he's gay, bi, or he's going to hold it down and just get married to this woman, right? So meanwhile, she's battling with not feeling fully pleasured and all of that stuff. So that was like one dynamic of a relationship, because that is something people do have to figure out. Some people are okay with being with someone that's bi, some aren't, like all that. So battling that with the Hattie character, which I'm assuming is Lena Waithe, and it shows her relationship with her father, and being a lesbian woman, and like having a partner, and even like all the different things even lesbians, I guess, could go through in the dating realm, where it's just like, okay, this thing wants me for booty call, this thing wants me to be for real, this one wants to take advantage of me, like, just, which a lot of people go through, but I don't get to specifically see. That's not normalized on TV. How those relationships figure it out.
And I love.
So I appreciate it.
And I love that aspect. That's why I watch a lot of like different shows, and I'm very open to different lifestyles and everything. That's why I said it's not even about her as a person. It's just, I notice how she writes her characters. And that's why I say characters. And again, this is just her and her writing style. And that's what it is. It's like, I like the Shy, but it's like, I kind of want to see this, or, just like anybody. And I'm not saying she's a bad writer. She's a great writer. And that's why I said, if I watch the show, I would analyze it to just see, this is actually the way that she writes. And nothing against her as a writer, but I just noticed that she, what is it? I can't even think of the word.
It's just like her character in the show, that what she's going through. Literally, they have her writing rooms. They're telling her she's not ready to hand in her scripts, like all that stuff. So maybe she's really hearing it and putting it into her truth now, and being vulnerable with everyone in that process. I do admit her writing does drag a bit in terms of the episode. Like, I hate that at the very end, that's when, you know what I mean? You gotta wait a whole
like the Shy, and that's why I say I like her shows, but she just writes a certain way. And as a writer, I like when we kind of get out of what we're our norm to try new things.
Facts. So writing that for sure, guaranteed a lot of people agree is the shit right now is Insecure HBO. We got like one or two more episodes left of the final season, and like shit is lit. And I'm sorry, Natasha, spoiler alert, so y'all can look at the timestamps. Skip over the
one episode. I didn't see Sundays.
Okay, fine. I'll wait.
No, you can spell a little bit, just a little.
Nathan and Lawrence have a scrap at Dirk's party. It gets lit. That's why I'm like, I know you didn't see it, or else we would have been like,
no,
can't wait to talk about it, girl. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Guys, let's wait for Natasha, because she has a life, unlike me. And
no,
I need you to watch that.
Let me explain to you guys. So I have this the way I watch TV. I don't watch a lot of TV, and I'm a binger. So
This
what
is a
it
national
is
event. You don't got
I
time to
know.
binge.
So on Mondays is usually when I catch up with my Sunday shows. And what happened was I started binging on Godfather of Harlem, not realizing that I watched the whole first season
it's
after
so
binging.
Fire. It's me over you. Me
so
over you.
So that
epic scene. Epic scene.
So that messed me on my Sunday/Monday schedule.
Girl,
so I'm behind today.
It's winter time. You know they be throwing all the good shows on us at this time. You have to just fucking stay inside and watch them all. No, but that's what I will tell you, to get your ass, to get a little fire under your ass, to watch that episode. Yes, there's a fight, a physical fight. It was
you
bubbling
don't even see it coming though. That's what.
Girl, and that's not even all the drama. Okay, so that is the tea I will give you. Please watch it so that we can get into it. But since you only watched the last episode, what we can talk about then is like, I'm starting to feel like, here we go. I'm starting. Thank you. I'm starting to feel like, with what Tiffany said to Issa, I could see in her mind now, she's like, you know what? As I was saying to you last week, maybe being a stepmother isn't so bad. I feel like I'm seeing her starting to have those thoughts or play with those thoughts.
Okay, so if we go off not the most recent and the last one that I saw.
Yes, the recent to you.
Yes, I saw that and it upset me. But it's typical what we deal with in reality of relationships, when we had that one that we just knew was the one, and something happens, or they get mixed up and babies do pop up. I mean, that's the reality.
Where I draw the line.
But when you are with that one, it happens. You do take a, like, should I? Will it? No, Issa.
Girl, I've definitely been in that position. And like, you don't want to, if you're really going to be a mature adult about it. Oh my God, I can't even. Okay, I got to leave it alone now, because I almost said something in the next episode. But it's like, when you're mature, I'm trying to like, when you're a mature adult about certain situations, even when I say to people that like will date someone else with kids or whatever, like, you have to just overstand and understand the rules that come with that and know what you're accepting, especially if you are seriously dating someone where you will have to be this child's step parent or children's step parent one day, right? You have to establish, whether you want to or not, those conversations and stuff like have to happen, because the last thing you want is, depending on where you are in the story, but like, you don't want this person building resentment towards your child when they had nothing to do with it.
Oh, definitely. I don't even like dating people with kids, and I got two. So.
Damn. Well.
And mind your business.
I
don't
do that either. I want me and my person to have our first.
And that was hard. The last my ex that we lived together, he had a daughter, and I remember when we were breaking up, she stayed in a different state, and when we were breaking up, and she saw me post something on social media because she was following me on Instagram, and she sent me a text, and she was like, "Please don't break up with my dad." And I was just like, honey, it's been over.
It's over. What is this? Mama's in your pocket. I remember when you used to throw those things away. Like, baby girl, me, your daddy right now.
Girl, I was like, when she sent that, I was like, it's nothing that it's too late. And she was like, please don't. I was like, sweetie, it's already too late.
So I don't even care. I don't really care.
So if you don't have adult kids, or almost pre-adults, as I call mine, I can't do it.
For real. That's a whole nother like. And as we spoke about, before, with boundaries and stuff, it's just really hard when you're in a certain situation. You feel like you can't really say nothing because XYZ. So I'd rather just leave it alone.
as much as I got mad when I found out that she got pregnant last season, I'm just like, dag, Lawrence.
I'm
Like,
still mad about that. I'm still mad about
I'm
that.
still, I mean,
Shorty, you
we
came
appreciate
after
the
the
baby,
fact.
but yes.
But girl, so I'm really excited for Issa. I'm excited for this whole experience. I'm really sad that it's almost finished, but it's so juicy, girl. It has me at the end of my seat. Like, for once, I'm really like, shit, after this party, I really don't know what could happen next. Y'all really have me guessing here. So great time. Power Book 2, that's the one with Tariq and Mary J. Blige. She is such an amazing actor.
This last episode, my heart was jumping.
Like, did you see the most recent one?
Yes, I'm talking about that one.
When the cook, when the
nigga, when
he was bleeding all over the shrimp. I was like, oh my God. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry, spoiler. Man, when
spoiler
he
alert.
opened that letter from Ghost,
I knew you were gonna be in there. But I was like,
that's the part that my heart just dropped when
and Tariq was just like I was expecting to see at least one tear, but he held it down.
But if you look when he got arrested, when he was in the back of the cop car, his eyes were watery because he had just gotten his sister. If you look closely, he was
like, God damn, how you go to court and back to court to jail all in the same day?
I'm just trying to figure out why he ain't never go in that bottom drawer when that badge been sitting there for like.
And every day he go in this room, he's always checking that bottom drawer as if he has something in there anyways. Now King gets to come in your thing and whatever. And I'm just like, oh girl, it's upset. Like, there's so much that's just like upsetting me, from Zeke to the dad now that wants to be home from jail to the daughter that helped the dad get out. Like, little girl, you don't know my business. Like, if I was Monet, I'd be like, you don't know my business.
Man, when I seen the preview, I would have slapped her based on the preview for the next episode.
I was like, you don't know my business. Me and your dad's business. You don't want this man home. Like, not that we don't want him home, but you don't know what that like comes with. And
I'm like, she just found.
The fineness of this man.
Oh yes.
Oh my God. When Mary J. Blige finally let that man place his strong, juicy lips on her beautiful, melanated, rich, and wealthy lips, I was like, finally, because the tension. Usually I don't like to see old people be having sex and shit on camera, but this the one. I'm gonna need
Mary to get a little. She gonna have to like tone down a little bit.
Tone down what?
I mean, because it's like, I mean, I understand her character is hard, but I just want to see, like, that moment should have just been like, yes.
No, though, because she played it. No, like, she's playing it to the T.
I know.
She's like Griselda Blanca.
She is like,
letting niggas, like, you know what I mean? She's doing such an amazing job.
I know.
You have to show that breakdown of the wall. Like, we as the spectators got to see that, because no woman, any movie you watch where the drug dealer was,
I know,
and was a woman.
That's what we're so used to. Is
she always has a hard time letting her wall down to love a man. You know what I mean? Or be properly like loved by a man. So, oh my God, he's so fine. But the fact that he's Zeke's dad, oh no. And the first time we thought it was the cousin. Oh no. And Zeke,
I know, right?
Zeke don't know. Daddy don't know. She just came home ready to tell them.
Your kids don't know.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's your brother and that's your cousin.
It's about to be a whole, what is the word? Kerfuffle? That's the best.
It's about to go down.
Gosh, shout out to you, 50 Cent. Shout out to you, because like, there's not one show yet that this man has put out, and I've not been fucking with it. From BMF, Power Book 1,
all of
Power Book 2, he's really doing a great job. Like, shout outs to you, King. For real.
Definitely.
Oh, shout outs to keeping
He is definitely talented in that. Yeah, all of them. Because I will say, this one, the first season, I was like,
it was getting its footing.
This last episode, I was literally like, oh my gosh.
Finally. I was like, right? I was like, ooh.
My heart was racing the whole time. Like when he left the court, I was like, oh, no.
Oh my God. No, when he was walking to the field and then I seen Brayden like
just happy.
And then Brayden was like, and
no.
like he
like
just kept walking. But you know what? Let me tell you who pissed me off, which I knew she was gonna piss me off from time. Lauren. Now, Lauren, you were with your little preppy man. Okay. You're with your like rich family, your preppy man. You're going to, what's the name of the school again? Stratford Street. Starts with an S, whatever the name of the school is. And you seen Tariq on campus. Girl, you had options. You chose the harder nigga.
Yep.
You didn't know what was hard about him, but you knew it was the harder nigga.
But she saw how messy.
You're not dumb.
At the parties, everything, but she still chased.
You're not dumb. And then you go and you put a wire in your rollie. Oh no, the disrespect.
Nah, she ain't real. She ain't gonna hold it down.
I was like, let Tariq find out you had that wire because you don't know he killed his dad. So,
oh yeah, you're done.
You wait. Because it's just like, and she's like, oh, Tariq. Like looking at him all confused as he was getting arrested off campus. And I'm like, girl, did you help?
Help? It was all you. You're the reason why.
You're literally the reason why. So yeah, it was like, ugh. But I'm really excited to see how the next episode turns out. Everything's
it's 2 weeks.
Everything's at like a real height of like everything. Dude is home. This dude's ready to meet his son. Monet just chose her man, but her old man came home.
And little does she know she chose her man, but you gotta deal with your old man.
And you don't even know that the man that you just chose is actually connected. He was scamming you to get you back the whole time. Oh, girl, it's so good.
And then then the old man is using you to get out of jail. So
gotta love good TV. So
yes,
with all this happening in the world with the Omicron, everything, like it pays to have some good distractions going on. So finally, Spike Lee is getting a bit more notoriety, and he just recently got a new production deal with Netflix. So he signed a multi-year film deal with streaming service Netflix. According to the pact, Lee will direct and produce narrative films via his 40 Acres and a Mule Filmworks banner. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Lee will next produce Gordon Hemingway and Realm of Hulu for Netflix. I totally pronounced that wrong. Please forgive me.
Okay.
Most respect, Spike Lee. So congratulations for him. I love his work. It's very significant, important to the Black community, Black culture on a whole, period. When you speak of the greats and you go down that history line, Spike Lee will have to be someone that we always show that credit to, not just for Harlem, but even how he put that whole genre, his film techniques, the way he writes. Like, she's got to have it, both old and new classics. Like, so I'm not that that's the only thing, but I'm just really excited for him now to be getting these new money deals.
Yes.
As you said.
I'm definitely excited. I know, was it this summer? The way COVID is and us sitting at home, I'm not sure if it was this summer or last summer. I was able to do a watch party for a film that Spike Lee directed, Son of the South. It may still be available on Amazon, but I actually know one of the executive producers that was a part of the film. So that was a really good film to watch. It's about SNCC. If a lot of people don't know, as far as the NAACP, and it's about one of the first white members of SNCC and his like dad being a KKK member, his granddad for his dad, former KKK, because his dad did pull out. But it's a great film to watch. Like I said, I knew one of the executive producers on there. So if you guys do get a chance, Son of the South, that's a really good one. But I love Spike Lee's work. I love him as a director. I love the way he puts films together. Like,
Yes.
you know, his work based off of like the visuals and everything, and how he brings that screen in, and like when the good stuff happens, you see the person move, but everything around them, or the person is still,
You
and
know,
everything
it's Spike
around them is
Lee.
moving. You know, Spike Lee. So I'm definitely
He's part of my
happy.
inspiration for the black and white.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why it's like when uncultured people try to tell me, oh, and then girl, it's in black and white.
No,
like, girl, bye.
You gotta have it. Yes. So and my son shares his birthday with Spike Lee. So
hey,
yes.
And you like your son, right? So
yes, I love my son. But no, I love Spike Lee in all his work. So I'm definitely proud.
Super talented. And it wasn't $1 million deal, multi-million. So as he should. He deserves the budget every time. If there's a film director that I would give my budget to and not even look, just be like, hit me when you need it promoted, marketing or whatever, Spike Lee. Megan Thee Stallion signs first look Netflix deal. So I never heard of this type of deal before, but I'm assuming with everything that was going on in the news, this was something that I've seen a lot of media outlets posting. So I wanted to just do a little bit of research of what Netflix first look deal is.
Okay.
And it's literally just Netflix gets to look at your idea first. And then if they don't like it, it goes on elsewhere.
Yeah, I heard a couple of bloggers say like, what ideas did she have? So like you said, congrats to Megan.
I'll get to it. But, I just want to share that because it was a headline. We had Megan Thee graduate last week, and this week it's Megan Thee Stallion's first look deal with Netflix. So moving forward, 300, which is like Kevin Liles. He has now officially sold over to Warner Music for about $400 million, which is it's interesting. It's good. It's interesting. Megan Thee Stallion, as I said, is a part of 300. So there's a lot of announcements coming out of that side in the realm of the court date.
Oh, yeah.
We got to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, but as podcasters, it's part of our duty to just like.
Until they go to court and until something happens, for me, I don't believe it. I'm sorry. Because of how long it's been drug out, no one has gone to jail. It's very hard for me to believe it didn't happen the way it's portrayed. I'll put it like that. I think it's more to it. I think it's a lot more to it. And a lot of people, I feel, are covering things up. That's my personal take on what happened. Because it's really hard for me to believe that somebody shot at you and yet this man is still out. And we have not, we're still listening to his music and nobody's protesting. I mean, some people are, but we have not officially Me Too'd him out. And
some
and
have.
I love Tory.
Some have, but I definitely see that changing now with the industry and how people are moving towards Tory Lanez. And even prior, like even last week when we started Downtown Sound, I was like, I'm gonna be transparent. I was very nervous to put one of his songs as one of the songs. But as I said, that project was great. And I didn't know what new information would come in his favor, out of his favor. So I really took that risk. Like, people could have been canceling the shit out of us this week, right? But time is telling. Time is telling. So I will say this. I remember when I was in school, and there was this guy that he was new to the school. He didn't start like grade 9, because high school, I don't want to say when, right? But school here is like certain blocks, right? So certain blocks of like time, which is like 4 years would be like in high school, grade 9 to 12, right?
Okay.
There's elementary schools that are usually like kindergarten to grade 8, but some will go to like 6, and then you'll have junior high, which is like,
got it. Okay.
Like 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, depending on what geographic, depends. But nevertheless, we were in high school. New guy was in the school, he was looking good. He had a lot of friends, the ladies, all that, hormones raging. And I remember him having sex with quite a bit of women in the school. Okay. But he had sex with this particular female that, out of the different females that I know the person had sex with, she wasn't necessarily the most attractive out of the bunch.
Got it.
So it could be seen as the easy lay, or whatever the case is. Okay. So I remember being at school the next day, and the dude was walking out and was basically saying bye to all of us and letting us know that like he just got expelled. Police were actually like on the way to the school to like arrest him, and like it's just, he was like not rebellious, but when they try to keep in the office, he's like, yo, like, you're not gonna tell me like what to do type of thing. And
what to do. I got you.
Became whatever. And what had happened was, because as you know, when you go to school, someone gets called in the principal's office like the first thing in the morning, ain't nothing happened. So that means somebody had to go and snitch for the principal to know to come in top of the morning and be like, I want to see you. So fast forward, it turns out Shorty lied on this man, and a very 1000% was a lie. Okay. Lied on this man and said that he raped her, because after they had intercourse, right? Which I was telling you, at school, he's had relations with a lot of other females that would be perceived to be prettier and stuff like that, and Shorty, he was like, yo, I don't want to deal with you. Like, I got what I wanted. He was very bluntly honest with her, but honest is the key answer. And Shorty got upset and in her feels because she couldn't have him, and said that dude raped her. And exchange, that's what happened. So I share that story to say, very early in my life, while I do want to defend a lot of females, I understand sometimes there are those, or sometimes qualities can come out where like you're not the most thorough of the thorough. You might have been embarrassed or whatever the case is, and it's led you to now tell this lie, similar to Jussie Smollett, where it's like you're gonna have to hold down, but bro, like there comes a point when like you really gotta look at everything and be like, is this worth it? Or what am I really doing? Or even how I've spoken about Travis Scott's situation, where it's just like we're human, the human factor transcends at certain points. So it's great, Meg, you graduated from school, you're with your man Partisan Fontaine, your label just sold, you won a Grammy, you got in a Netflix first look deal, but for whatever reason, you still are going off the most at Tory Lanez, which now we can confidently say was your ex-man. Because when I was seeing stuff with them way back, whatever, when they were just not admitting to it, but I could see that they were like having a great time together, and genuinely loved each other. I won't say love, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Really had feelings for each other. Like, and you and Kelsey are no longer friends. Why? If something goes down with me and my friends, and like, my girl's gonna check on me. we're not going to be like, we're not best friends anymore. And people,
that's how you know.
And my last to say is people keep forgetting that there were 4 people in this vehicle. It wasn't just Tory Lanez, Thee Stallion, Kelsey, and his security guard. I'm assuming when you have security, unlike Lil Wayne, what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Stop me where I'm wrong, though. Stop me where I'm wrong.
That's
they
what
diffuse
the
situation for who they were hired for. I just know that the documents now are saying Kelsey had gun residue on her hand. That's not something you could just wash off. So, and like, as I said, if I don't like, because I don't want this to become a like bash down or tear down on Thee Sound, but it's very, there's rumors circulating right now that, you know, a video must be out there or seen. And like, as I said, the response from the video isn't people hating Tory Lanez more, it's them actually embracing him more and looking at her weird. And as I've just tried to kind of showcase you guys, that whole publicity thing of announcement after announcement after announcement after announcement.
Literally back to back to back. Yeah, you are right. I didn't even look at that part.
So I'm not gonna not say her announcements, but I'm gonna be real about how it's looking, you know what I mean? And the experience of, and here's my thing where it's just like, we've all been in embarrassing situations. We've all had to admit to things we don't want, but when you come out at first and you're like, yo, I didn't want to lie because niggas were getting shot and all of this, and I was trying to protect the Black man. But all this time you've spent just being like, I watched the live where you said that nigga Tory shot me.
Yeah.
To now it's, I got shot. All people care about is XYZ, but I got shot. But now the people that were there for you when you got shot are saying they can't even find these gun fragments that were in your foot.
Glass and so
I'm just trying to understand, right? I even chopped it up to say to myself, all right, maybe she has some really crazy ass Malibu doctors that could do some wicked like, but sis, you like shit got lit. Not everyone, Tory Lanez is not off this situation, but it's not what you said it was. You know what I mean? And that's very serious. And while I'm not going to tear down another Black woman, we have to be very careful of when we don't want to be embarrassed, so we're going to lie on someone else.
No, and like you said, it's not about tearing down another Black woman. It's about what really happened and you accepting the truth and accepting that no, it did. I mean, we don't know, but no, it didn't go that. But we do know it didn't go the way that you said it went. We definitely know that. We know that for a fact, is that the story that's out there is not the real story, and whatever the story may be, it may be embarrassing. It may not. You know, like you said, why is everybody else? It's you and them.
And you clearly are the one or the team with the money. Tory Lanez is completely independent. So now what I feel like I'm witnessing now is you just trying to lure him out, and which is what you're supposed to do. But at the same time, girl, if you know that deep down, like this is not what happened and whatever, you're happy with your man and you're living your life, do so. Yeah. When we speak about forgiveness, when we speak about moving forward in life, let go of all this animosity and things, or maybe slight or ill feelings you may be feeling to whatever transpired between your best friend and Tory Lanez and all of that stuff, or embarrassment and all that, and just move forward. I don't want to speak on, you know, the multiple occasions that I've heard people talk about her drinking issues. I don't want to be that person to be like,
yeah,
oh, I remember seeing you in that video with G-Eazy sucking off your neck. And then it was Tory Lanez over here. And then now you're with Partisan Fontaine, who is known to pen a lot of hit records for female women. You know what I mean? And like, I don't want to do that to you because like, you're still a Black woman. But girl, what we're not going to do is like, me being from Canada, let me tell you, there was a mall. Not that this has anything to do with the situation because Tory Lanez is out here wilding. You know what I mean? But a dude coming with 2 girls from a pool party, and the third one was Kylie Jenner that he left at her crib. I don't see that nigga wanting to shoot up anything. I see him trying to close a smooth deal for the end of the night. I don't see it being the other way around. Just like, you know what I mean? And you know, I just, yeah. Is there anything else you want to say about it, Natasha?
No, you said a lot. Like you said, it's, I don't know, it's so much more. Even watching like Tory Lanez lives, I remember when she came on one of the lives, so it's kind of like it's, and was on there the whole time. So you know, it's gonna come out. I still can't wait to see what comes out. So
I'm gonna feel bad for her because. Sorry, you go ahead.
No, I was just saying I can't wait to see, and you know, I hope, you know, I mean, names are going to be tarnished. Somebody's name is going to get tarnished. But you know, whatever happened, the truth is going to come out, and there's consequences to either lying or telling the truth. Who knows?
1000%. Yeah. So, you know, Meg, I just really like, we champion you. We feel it for you because we know as the public you've lost a lot, and we want to see you win. Not that it can fill those voids of the very important people in your life that you lost, but just for the fact of like, we want to see you happy. And we understand that people fight demons, and I wasn't there, but something just telling me they really liked each other. And Tory Lanez really, really liked her. Like,
okay.
I never seen him publicly, kind of like the stuff that I was noticing with him and Thee Stallion. And it looked like they were pretty much working towards a Quavo Sweetie situation where they possibly would have started doing the public moves together. So that's what I was going to say. With Tory Lanez, you know what I mean? I can't really say certain things for you, Meg, but I know being from here in my city, I would literally go. There was a mall still here, Scarborough Town Center, aka STC. And remember going in there after school sometimes, and literally this young dry lip boy was in the mall handing out his CDs, asking people to support him. And that person today is Tory Lanez. So when I really see people, not that you didn't dig it out the dirt like that, but I could see, and I've been privy to see when females have a lot of people in their ear, especially big money, especially, I'm telling you now, 300 was just sold to Warner for 400 million. That is not somewhere where you're trying to fumble your bag, or now you're going to have that person come out and admit that they lied on this Black man and said that he shot someone when he did not. And like you said, if that was the case, he would be under the jail right now.
The jail.
But justice takes long. The justice that you're looking for is that you found out he fucked your friend and that made you pissed. But shorty, that's life, and you were outside in a way that, like, you were outside. So chop it up to the game, and you are moving on. That's like, even like a lot of the times when Nicki and Meek, when they would be whatever, like going
back and forth.
Either if you press, if like you move forward, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. The next court date's January 17th. We shall see. But as I said, a lot of the people that I felt weren't taking pictures with Tory Lanez, they were avoiding him, all that type of stuff, they've started getting public again. So I feel like people are slowly realizing.
Yeah. We'll like you said, we'll see. And karma's a bitch. Just know that.
And I haven't changed my opinion. I remember when this first happened, and Tory Lanez was like sharing the fact of like how he spoke with his dad, and his dad like was coming out as well because his dad's a pastor or whatever. And like just being a PK and understanding that role. And I was like, from then I was just like, you know what? Shit went down, but he didn't do that. He didn't do that.
When he didn't go, like I said, when there was no charges, him being I was like, it's more to it.
Most
Like you said, he
definitely.
would be under. You pull a gun out and shoot at no, like
They would have upped the charge, something. Everything is just the same. Oh, he had a gun. Well, it's America.
assault. I mean, not to throw out Chris Brown and Rihanna. I mean,
But he actually did that. Like,
I know,
hands
but
down,
what I'm
period.
saying is, but something happened immediately. It wasn't on no,
Facts.
oh, you know.
Facts, 100%. And also that's Chica.
Yeah.
So moving forward, we'll get back into a little bit of show stuff. You know, my white girl show and Just Like That, which is the Sex and the City reboot. I just wanted to get a little nerdy because now I will talk about it because we're about like 3 or 4 episodes deep now. So come on, guys, spoiler alert. But Big dies in episode 1. Mr. Big dies in episode 1. Carrie goes out to a recital. He decides to stay at home, work out on the Peloton, and has a heart attack and dies. So literally, for those of you, no, what were you going to say?
I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing.
Right? I'm like, literally, for those of you that like are buying stocks or into stocks, you should be, you know, investing and looking into your futures. But like that Peloton stock, like Thursday, it was already kind of whatever. But you see that Friday, it was down, baby.
Now,
Super down. With the quickness, HBO had to release an official statement, you know, just clarifying the fact that, yeah, we told y'all we would go use the bike, but we didn't tell y'all how we was going to use the bike. And I was like, God damn. So
bad way for brand placement. That is the worst brand placement.
And that's literally the lesson right there. No matter how big of a company you are, look, we still all get issues. Like, be very careful and mindful of your brand placement. Jeez. But this episode, they get real spicy. Carrie pulled up on Natasha, which is Mr. Big's ex-wife, because he left her $1 million in the will. And you know, Carrie was like,
what?
$1 million to who? To who? And I was like, I would feel a way too, but I'm like, at the same time, Carrie, when they were married, you cheated with dude. This girl got her whole nose broken. Like, I'll never forget that. She had to get reconstructive surgery because you were sleeping with her man, even though it was your man, whatever. So it was really great. So I'm starting to get warmed up into this, but it's still not Sex in the City.
It's not
I'm warming up. Yeah. But the Peloton stock. So yeah, you guys watch your product placement. I don't know if Peloton's gonna get up out of this. I was even considering getting it. That's not good.
I mean, because Peloton is the way to go. Like, that's all you see, especially on Facebook. I worked out. My cousin has one. He's like, that's the best thing in the world.
Not if you want a heart attack.
He's
oh
like,
my God.
You should. I stayed over his house. You should get on it tomorrow. Nah, I'm good. No.
I'm like maybe looking at like maybe they'll have it on sale now that all this drama's going on. Let me go take a peek. Let me go take a peek. These winter months aren't really looking too trim travel friendly. I might just set it up right on the balcony.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a after Christmas sale before the new year.
And I was thinking, right? Because I was like, it's still irking me. I'm like, Mr. Big, like, why would they kill him like so soon or whatever? You know, girls just had to keep digging. So Mr. Big, but in real life, he is like currently facing sexual assault charges from his SVU co-star, saying he was like drunk and making the workplace a very sexual assault. Like,
yeah.
So I was like, is that why?
It most likely it is. You know, everything with Me Too, and even when you sent that to me, it took me a minute to read. So when I read Mr. Big, you know, I was like, R. Kelly and not Mr. Big. I had to read. I had to reread
What
it.
the hell is going
like,
on
HBO,
between the
I know,
sheets
right?
in my home? Baby, let me explain who has caused pain.
No, it's the bus. I had to read it a couple of times. I was like, why is HBO doing?
Why are they playing these games?
So when I Googled Mr. Big, and the first thing I said, oh, Mr. Big.
You'll get it. I was like, you'll get it.
But it's when one of the articles I read, I think it said a third woman had came up as far as sexual assault,
girl.
and I was
the numbers are piling up.
Yeah, so I'm like, guys, my thing is, and you know, I'm happy about the Me Too movement, and Charlamagne even said it, like back in the 90s, like that rape culture, and that's what it was. We as women didn't have the respect, and we still are getting the respect, but what back in the 90s, it was whatever a man says, and however you need to get in this business, you were doing what you needed to do to get in this business. And you know, as uncomfortable as it may have felt, and knowing that it was wrong, these were the things that you knew that you had to do to get on. And now that you can say, yes, this happened to me, you know, this is what I was told. I didn't feel right. I wasn't comfortable. Yeah, it's all starting to come out, because he hasn't been on SVU in years. I mean,
when
he was
big Carrie said when big colors,
like,
he rarely colors in the lines. I said, yeah. We shall see. So were you able to finally end up seeing Spider-Man?
Yes.
How was it?
I will never give a spoiler on Spider-Man. Yes, to all the listeners, I am not that type of person. I will never ever do that.
Shots fired. I'm like, mid our business, but want to talk about it. Okay.
I sure won't. Maybe next week, but you know, by the time
which Spider-Man is it again?
It's the new one, No Way Home, or I forget the name of it. But
is it on Netflix as well?
No, oh my gosh, it's in the movies. It won't dare be on.
So
Netflix.
Where's another one that's called Home something on Netflix right now, and it's top trending? No, it's like No Way from Home or something like that. Literally on Netflix.
Let me go.
That's why I've been trying to figure out: is this the Spider-Man I'm supposed to see, or is it like in the theater? Because I'm not trying to go to the theater. But finish telling me, was it like...
Okay, yes, I was right. The one that's in the theater is No Way Home. That's the new one. We know that Doctor Strange is in it. I'm going based off of everything that is in the previews. And we know that different people from multiverses, see how I'm doing this? Multiverses come into the one, you know, world that the last Spider-Man is in. It makes you want to cry. There was a lot of yays and excitements. If you are a true Marvel fan, if you are a true, I'm sorry, but my son is literally walking out and he's like, no, I'm not telling. So if you are a true Marvel fan, you would really appreciate it.
I heard people want to see it like 2-3 times.
Yes, it is really, really, really good. Especially, like I said, I can't say anything, but you have to go to the films to go see this. You have to. Especially if you are a diehard. If you have seen every single, but you cannot go to the movies if you have not seen every Spider-Man, because you will not understand who some of these characters are.
Facts.
But my daughter and I, we had on our Spider-Man shirts. My son went with his friend and act like he didn't know who I was. But it was all good. We enjoyed ourselves. Like, he walked right past. Like, me and my daughter went one place to go eat.
Totally.
His friends went another place. They come in, like, the movie starts at 3:30. He comes in at 3:28. walks right past me, and his friends chopping it up. I'm like, do you not see your mother? I'm literally on the last seat. I'm like, so you
That's how
don't
we're gonna
see
play
me.
it? All right.
But you need a ride for me after the movies, but you didn't see me go in it.
It might be money to get some snacks too.
Right. You need money to eat. Because before he went out to eat, he's like, I only got $17 to my name in cash. And I was like, well, you got some in your checking account. Well, I only got this much in my checking account. You're good, sir. You got enough.
You good. I'm so excited to see it. And they did confirm,
yeah, you definitely have to.
Marvel did confirm that there's more Spider-Mans to come. So if you're saying it's that great,
yeah. So
I'm
I
not
will
too
say
worried
this
about
for
this.
everybody who knows how Spider-Man works and everything, we already know that there is, because of Venom. Like if you saw Venom and you saw the end, you knew that there's going to be some, they're going to come together somehow.
Yeah. I'm excited. Yeah. You did a good job. You didn't spoil it at all.
See?
I wouldn't have cared. I would still watch it, but
no, I will not be that person.
So, Indian Royal Cosmetics. I'm just sporting my bitch. Lil Durk proposes to India Royale at a show, and it was so cute. They're one of my young couples that I really love to see, go through their ghetto love together. So really happy for them. Did you see that viral clip going around of Durk proposing?
I saw it. Congrats to them. Yeah, like you said, that good old hood love. So
I love it. I love it. And she looks so happy. He looks so happy. And he's lost so many people. Like, I just want that young man to have, just some stability and happiness in his life. So I'm really happy for them and what they'll be able to build together, right? You don't see them popping off. You just see them being parents, loving each other and doing what they got to do.
Yeah, so big shout out to Black Love. So
big shout outs to Black Love. Big shout outs to Black Love. Speaking of Black Love, Love and Marriage Boot Camp, Hip Hop Edition. It's another show.
Yes. Oh, you didn't put that on
that
there,
I shamefully watch. Do you watch it too? I know I didn't write it down, but do you watch it? Because I watched it.
So I watched it, and I had, out of all the reality
deception shows, was indicated.
Judge told her, since they put her on there, because she wasn't on the original ones, that was the best when they got rid of the other lady and brought Judge
the white
Toller
lady
in.
that was with
I didn't want to say the white lady, but
it was very, I'll say it, girl.
She just seemed too fake.
It was too much happening behind the camera there.
Yeah. I think the only thing that upset me, and we're talking about this, and we're talking about Black Love and the what not to do. Moni, I am so disappointed. They need to
go. It's her though. It's her.
It is.
It's her.
It's really her. If you even watch the show, there was no affection. Even after they chose each other, did they kiss?
That's cool. No. And they admitted to not being intimate like in years, which can be very hard on couples. You know what I mean? But why I say it's on her is for the fact that I've never heard a man be so clear. Like a lot of the time women will complain about a man like not saying what he wants or not being honest about how he feels about shit. Like, and he very clearly let it know, like, I don't want to deal with this for the rest of my life. I'm not really trying to be with you right now. Like, we can co-parent and move forward. But everything, like literally everything Dr. Ish said to him,
he didn't even have the ring in there. He was like, you shouldn't do this.
I was like, Dr. Ish, are you trying to get fired? But I appreciate your truth. But I was like, girl, same thing. And I was like, everything was on point. And I'm like, he still let that fear of this girl while in. And she even knew it. It's like a behavioral pattern. Like, she knows he's in fear of her while in, so he gonna do what she want. Even your kid was like, Low-key, y'all
No.
together.
Don't nobody want y'all together.
Oh,
except
man.
for you, Moni. You the only one.
Yeah.
And it's fine. And what was it? The last thing that she said before they, showed their rings, when she was saying that, I think, how many times was she married? Like 3?
No, this is the 3rd time.
But are they
She's
married?
like, this is supposed to be my charm. And I'm like, girl, this ain't it.
Nah,
He don't
it
like
ain't.
you.
No, he never.
He don't like you.
Nowhere in that does he like you.
He doesn't like you. He's cool with you, but he don't like you.
He don't like you.
Man, and I hate when like women will do that to themselves just to like save face, when the only face you're saving is like yours, and it's not even as saved as you think it is.
It's like, I felt in the beginning, I felt bad for her. But
yeah, and then the more and more I was thinking, I was like, nah, bitch, it's you.
It's
not like
you.
bitch, but like,
no,
it's
no.
you. It's
no.
It's you, Moni. It's you. Free that man. But he's a grown-ass man too. You shouldn't be letting any woman running you and telling you what to do. But also, I feel, and I may be getting a little bit too deep, eat fruit, mind your business. But I feel like because of her music industry ties, they weren't really talking much about that. But I feel like low-key, he's like, I know that's how she is, which she already admitted to doing that to him. Stop helping him with his music.
Yep.
So I feel like that's also why
I'm sorry.
like,
I'm gonna tell you how the relationship happened, because they were in Philly and she had the show in Philly. Look, I'm making this up. Everybody, this is all made up, but I'm telling you, this is probably what happened. When she was doing her show in Philly, she met him in Philly because he's younger than her. And he was like, oh, that's Moni Love. She's on the radio. Let me get on. And then she ended up getting knocked up. All right, let's try to make it work. And then he even said that he didn't want to be with her, so he was probably dating this person and that person.
She
and if
kind
he's
of
a Muslim,
admitted to it too.
If he's a Muslim in Philly, nothing against the Muslims in Philly, he probably had a couple of girlfriends and stuff like that, because y'all know y'all be marrying 1 to 2 women. Because I know a couple of people who got more than one husband. I mean, a husband with more than one wife out there in Philly, and she probably either knew. And then when she wanted something serious, and when she was ready to settle down, he was like, no. Because she's used to controlling, like you said, she didn't want to help him. She's used to controlling. Because if you look at how she was in that, remember, she was like, he better give me that ring, or I'm snapping off.
Judge told her, said, the question asks, do you want to be, what's his name again? Truth Trucks? What's his name?
No, I don't even know it. I just know the dude from Philly.
Judge Troller goes, the question asks, do you want to be in a monogamous relationship? With Moni Love? And then she said, what is your answer? No.
I said yes.
No, he was like, no.
Was no. Oh yeah, no.
And then she goes, like, in her mind, she was probably like, he really?
Oh yeah, Moni was the one who lied, and he was the one who told the truth. I forgot.
She thought he was gonna lie about what we knew what the truth was, but he told the truth already.
No.
And then Just was like, no deception was indicated. And looked at Moni again, like, girl, are you like, girl, I will never be with a man after he has legit just let me know that he doesn't want to be with me. Because after that point, I know he's not really staying to stay.
He never stayed. He cheated on her from day one. That's why I was like, she knew it was an open relationship. She knew what it was. I'm telling you, she knew what it was. But when she was ready to settle down, that's when she was like, I want to settle down. And then when he said no, that's when she was like, I'm not helping you. Because she probably was helping him with his music. And then she got pregnant. And that's probably when she wanted to make things official, is when she got pregnant. Because there's no way that you cheating on your wife, girlfriend, whatever you want to call her, when she was pregnant. No, you've been cheating on her since day one.
Duh. And as well, like, Amber and dude Brock, like, I was happy for her, but then when I read at the end that they're like literally still doing the same thing, I'm like, oh my God. Because I'm like, they really do not need to be together, bro. And it's not the first time I've seen them on something and be like,
yeah, because they were on Love and Hip. They were on Love and Hip Hop. That's why I'm like,
he's just trying to get a check at this point. That's how I feel.
That's what I said. I said for them, it's literally for TV, because when they separated them and said that they couldn't see each other until the next day, how he walked in that kitchen and was just picking at her. I said, oh yeah, you one of them. And why you want to be with this?
She's always picking on me. But then when she does it, you're right there waiting for it.
Right there.
To be honest, parents do that shit a lot too.
I'm just getting my stuff.
The longest drink ever. You would have thought this man was making like 17,000 drinks. I'm like, bitch, it don't take that long to make one little spritzer. You're going to get one ice cube over here, the dish over here, a next bottle. Like, listen here. Don't piss me off, Brock. But, you know, Shorty went out on the pool, smoked her weed, did her thing, you know. But I really do like think they'd be happier apart. It's just sometimes it's so hard for people to just take that initial time to be, you know, with themselves. I was really happy for Nori and Neri.
Yeah, I was too.
But I'll never forget
for Neri, because you can tell that she did really speak up for herself. Like, that was literally legit
a real thing. Yeah, that was the realest out of all the couples we got. And I really I kind of already noticed or seen these parts of like Nori before, but like really now I'm like, I love seeing more. Like, he really does have a respect for elders, and you can see even like Judge Choler and Dr. Ish, how they kind of like, you know what I mean? He really did. You take in the homework. He was really applying he was really applying the thing. That's one of his
favorite shows.
He was in the but you know what I'm saying? Like, he was in the emotions when he was really in the emotions, and he wasn't afraid to like. Nori's a sentimental guy though. I watched enough Drink Champs like to learn that of him, especially R.I.P. Twin. When he passed away, the one that used to be in the wheelchair that would always be at Drink Champs when they would be recording. So, you know, it was just really nice. They did a great job. That's what Marriage Boot Camp is about, Hip Hop Edition. Seeing the vulnerability in hip hop. So
the guy that had the fake relationship,
Molly Ball.
So I don't know if you noticed. So when I started watching it, I binged on it, and I was probably, when I started binging on it, I was 2 episodes behind, like when I finally got caught up. That episode when they say that it's a fake relationship is nowhere to be found, not even on We. So I'm like, I can't find it how either. Bad. I was like, what? I'm so mad because
I missed
I'm
it
like,
too.
What? And you can't find it.
You can't
find the episode before and you can find the episode after. That's why I was like, and that was the one I really wanted to see, because that was the sex episode, and that's my favorite one.
Try the episode I was telling you about.
Yeah. So
try the website I was telling you about. But bring on that to say, Big Sean was on Drink Champs, and
yes,
I don't even have to stay too long here because my opinion is very simple and straight to the point. Big Sean, you haven't released music in quite a while. You had nothing to say until Kanye, your boss, aka your big bro, whatever you want to say, had to say it. And you give off, like, there comes a point, even when we were talking earlier, where it's like, it's, yes, the people around you and the environments and the elements contributing or not contributing to your success. And there's a part that's you. Like, nobody stopped you from putting out a hit record. Nobody stopped you from putting out a successful project. Nobody stopped you from carrying the wave as you say you have. So with that being said, when you're bringing up all these things of like Kanye championing Drake more and all that stuff, I know this isn't really the most popular opinion, but he's giving a lot of like bitch nigga tendencies. And I just don't like fully rock with that. I'm the kind of person where, like, if I have an issue with you, Natasha, I'm gonna let you know from rip. Yes, I do agree with some of the parts where he was like, yo, I wasn't about to be at this place and asking for my 6 million there. No, but also, my nigga, get your business in order. There's a certain way where you set up your business. A man like that can't disrespect you and go around you too much. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So either you're complaining about it enough so other people in the industry can hear about it and champion for you, as opposed to you doing the championing for yourself. So that is what I'll say with that.
That's true. I don't know. I guess as far as when it comes to Big Sean, I don't have much to say because, like you said, his music, he's not consistently producing a lot of things to say, oh yeah, I like his new, I mean, I like his relationship, I guess. So, I mean,
even then, but you know,
that's what I was about to say. That's a whole different thing, even with the relationship.
I love me some Janae.
I love. And
well, when y'all are polarizing, I'm making a clip go viral talking about Black women as close to God. Meanwhile, that's
that's what I was gonna say is, I think when a lot of people, you know, get in the industry and social media gets involved and a lot of people get sucked in to social media, or they forget that, like, hey, you're a musician, you need to make music, or, you know, you need to stay relevant. And I would say that is a word, because other than Drink Champs and other than him having the woman that he has, I don't remember the last time I really heard anything from Big Sean.
Girl, and neither did Nori. He was not getting them names right.
See,
that's what I'm saying.
So,
like, don't like, and that's what I'm saying. Even like, Eat Fruit, Mind My Business, but even when we think of things like the Joe Budden podcast with Rory and Mal, I'm not saying there aren't things that Joe did wrong, but there comes a time when it's the business versus certain things, and you can't get all emotional. And now, whatever, as I said, Big Sean had zero zilch to say until he heard Ye say something. Like, and I'm the type of person, I'm not waiting on nobody to tell me what to do. Exactly. I'm not, like, apparently he was asked to go on Drink Champs from before. You weren't hyped to go until you heard Kanye's interview. Like,
and I remember that. That's why I was like, I remember they mentioned him on there, and I felt like he was already on there. So when I had seen this episode, the first thing I thought was it was an older episode, but it wasn't. It was, like you said, they had, because I remember them mentioning, because Nori calls everybody out all the time. All the time. He is really good at calling people out and asking people to come on the show, or we asked this person to come on the show and they haven't responded.
Exactly. So with that being said, I know Big Sean is going to have to figure out itself. Kanye is definitely wrong. He definitely owes you that bag. But as well, when you're saying stuff like you're owed your bag, when you got paid your bag, it actually got funded through good music. And then good music didn't, like, my nigga, as someone that's worked at a corporate job and they messed up my pay and I've gone and they tried to be like, okay, so we're just going to put it on the next pay. And I said, no, what you're going to do is carry it to everyone right now, because I cannot tell you this for my shift. Get all your signatures now, and I need to see that today, or go in your petty cash, whatever you need to do, and run me my money. That's what I did in corporate settings. So you big man with big $5 million, $6 million people at oil, ain't nobody gonna go run up to HR for you, bro. You gotta do for you. And that's also a lesson I had to learn. Send your invoices and run up. Like, nobody's going to go get your bag for you. Go and get your bag. Period. So that is the best. Like, I'm not going to tell nobody to do nothing. Yes, it's Kanye West. Yes, you're nervous, whatever. But then when you say things like you're low-key jealous of Drake, which I been knew that was a temperature, but finally he, like, admitted it. And Nori was so mixy because he was like, just tell me the name so I can be sure. who you talking about? Like,
and you gonna fall for it.
But I love that, because if you're gonna talk about it, don't dance around it, my nigga. Run up. Like, say what you gotta say. And as a Canadian, Natasha, I can be very transparent. I know, we're kind of on off stages right now. If you're in Virginia and you hear, but just being transparent, there's always that low-key hate for Canadians. And I need to remind everyone in this industry, like, while a lot of you didn't give us as Canadians a chance and the opportunity, we've had a lot of time studying, doing our homework, building our crafts, and building the infrastructure so that when it came time for our opportunity, ain't no games being played. So while y'all States niggas are over there with all your opportunities, putting it to waste, I'm letting you know there's a bunch of Canadian niggas on this side of the border that once we figure out how to get the bag, it is gotten, period. In US dollars. Thank you very much. So, because that exchange rate, baby.
I was about to say, what is it like? I'm not even gonna get.
I just want your side to me. Just know that it's gonna be this way. But yeah, so like I wanted to defend you. I don't want to say it felt like I wasted my time, but I knew what I was going into with this Big Sean thing. Just a whole whiny energy. And I'm just like, my nigga, you say you have all these titles, you're this and that for Detroit Pistons and this and that. So like, and then on the other end, you're here battling your mental health and contemplating suicide, and which is very serious. I will not.
It is.
But you also gotta handle your business. Like, you gotta handle your business. That black and white is very important.
That's true.
Was there anything else you want to say about
this? Oh no.
Nah. Interview before we continued and got ourselves all right? So guys, this has been a great episode. This is the end of Salad.
It's over? Oh,
not fully. We know.
Oh yeah.
And you guys know, if you're listening to us, stay on, and we will get into our Downtown Sound segment for this week, a segment dedicating to highlighting new music releases and playing some songs for you guys that you might not have heard that you maybe want to add to your playlist that I enjoy and I hope Natasha enjoys. So when she gives her authentic review. So Care, if you want a Natasha review, come run us a check and we'll get you the authentic Natasha reviews. But
it's gonna be real trash.
I feel like that was trash. I can't help you. But that was it for me this week for Eat for Pod. I want to thank you guys so much, YouTube family, for watching, subscribing, sharing, laughing, singing, listening. Enjoying with us. It's holiday season. Wish you guys all the best, love and light. I really didn't think we would have to be saying RIP to someone again, but RIP Drakeo The Ruler, RIP, of course, Young Dolph, and all the other kings and queens that we've lost thus far this year. And I really hope that you guys just stay the fuck up inside this week if you need to. If that's what it takes for me not to say RIP to any of y'all for the rest of this year, like we literally just said it last week, please just stay inside.
Definitely. Yes, please stay safe. Don't touch 6 feet, 3 feet, however way. Put your mask on. Marion is out there and ready to touch all over you.
All over you. In the crevices and everywhere.
Yes, so definitely please be safe. Next time we come on, the holidays will be over. So everybody who celebrates Christmas, Hanukkah is over.
Actually,
so,
it'll be right before New
Merry
Year's.
Christmas and Kwanzaa is
right after Shabbat Christmas, Shalom, my niggas.
Shabbat, that was Hanukkah has passed, ma'am. That's all
right. My people know
that was
what I be trying to say to them. Shabbat Shalom. I call my brother like every Saturday because he's like deep, like.
Oh, so yeah, tell your brother a good Shabbat.
He's like, yes, you're not Black, Shalom. You're Hebrew. Like he's deep, girl. Oh. And I call him like every Saturday. Right. I call him every Saturday, like Shabbat Shalom. He's just
like, he was supposed to be on the phone.
Hey sis.
No electricity.
But I'm a sister. Like I do that. I need to talk to y'all. I need y'all to tell me you love me. I'm the best sister you ever had, even though I'm the only one. All of that good stuff.
After 5, ma'am. After 5.
No, because I don't stir them away. I call them and I'll be like, okay, so what's the lesson today? Teach me your ways. And I'll be like, can we go buy some food? And they're like, no. I'm like, what the fuck can we do today then? So they're always teaching me new things. But Shabbat
Yes.
Shalom. I know that.
Adonai, Eloheinu, Malachi Alam.
Hey, I love it. I love culture. So, guys, this is Eat Fruit Pod, episode 4. I hope you had a great time. And thank you for tuning in. If you are staying on for Downtown segment, see y'all in a bit. But in the meantime,
Thanks, you guys. Bye.
Okay. Downtown Sound is here.
I love it.
It's exciting. Did you listen to any of the songs again that I had played from last week? Or
Yes. And unfortunately, I have heard Alicia Keys' song on the radio like 3 times in a row within the past 2 hours. So I'm like, I get it. I'm like, Alicia, unfortunately, the radio is not doing you well with me.